How's it going, everyone? Nick Salzman here, tattoo medium. I get a chance to do tattoos and help people with spiritual related issues. Here we go, another edition of our paranormal stories. We're going to go ahead and call this one Mama C. So recently I was just tattooing a fella from Jamaica, and as I'm tattooing him, I keep getting a glimpse of this woman that is in my mind. I can see the head wrap, I can see the curves that she is, but I can also tell that this lady probably has a dish with saffron rice that I believe is something that's really symbolic to her, which this is always interesting to me because anytime I deal with like spirit contact and stuff, it's usually really random things that come through that is pretty identifying to people. So anyways, fast forward. So this fellow I'm tattooing, very Christian fellow. And so sometimes talking about this stuff is really taboo with these people. So I'm always like using discernment, and I didn't really want to say anything just because it might freak them out. And so I didn't want to say anything about it. So last night when I came home, I realized that there was someone with me. It's kind of like my body feels like alerted. I feel kind of like on end, sometimes a little like easily irritable and stuff. And so this is like my body telling me that there's something going on around me. So as I sit down, one of my daughter's toys comes flying off the shelf. And normally it's not people that do this, but sometimes it is. So what I'm getting to is this woman very much needed assistance to be able to move on. So not a problem. I have no problem with doing that. But here's what I want you to think about for a second. This woman raised her family right. She was like the patriarch of her family, right? And this guy's very, very Christian. And so when this woman's ready to move on, she's trying to make herself known. How frustrating would it be to teach your kids about a life of Christ and a life with God, only to pass on and try and cross over or try and get some assistance in being moved on, and all you do is think it's a demon? Man, that'd be frustrating, right? People say, well, I thought she was off in a better place. Yeah. The thing is, ignorance is bliss, and we all like to know this, and we don't like getting information that makes us uncomfortable where this might not be a thing. When really, her love for her family kept her around. She wanted to see her kids grow. The grief that the family misses her keeps her around. So what happens is after they stay around for a little bit, sometimes they forget how to move on naturally. And so this is where people, that are mediums or other kind of spiritual healers get a chance to help out. And so, this work isn't for everybody, but man, it is so important, but it will shatter your understanding of what is possible. And so this I thought was really interesting because here we have someone that was very religious, and then upon death very much wanted to stick around with her family out of love. And then when it came time to cross over or wanting to cross over, trying to make herself known to the family, they keep using sage and they keep knocking her out of the house thinking that she's a demon. This is why it's important to learn about deciphering what it is in spirit around us. Not just bad, it's a lot of good, and it's something you can help with. Hope you guys enjoyed the story.